Hey, 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 it is Rebecca Simon Peter with 5 Minute Leadership. So, today we're going to talk about a touchy topic, and that's how to work with people you don't like or people you don't like to work with. Now, it's okay to admit it that there are people you may not get along great with. There's people who don't get along great with you. It's certainly true in my life. So, what do you do? Well, I want to talk about the 6 kinds of people you may not like to work with, or ways you don't like to work, and what to do. This is quick. I only got 5 minutes. Take notes. And if you're watching later, we'd love to see your comments in the chat. I will respond as soon as I figure out how to get online to the various places and do that. But let's talk about it. 6 ways to work with people you don't like. Number one, they like to go faster than you. They throw caution to the wind. What do you do when you're somebody who likes to be careful and conscientious and have a good process and they're just sort of throwing everything out and going for it? Here's what I'll say: don't get thrown by their pace, and don't mistake their pace for their heart or for their mind. Don't confuse those things. Some people like to go really fast. If you're not one of them, just listen for the result that they're putting out there, or listen for the spirit of the thing that they're talking about. Then you can add in the detail, you can add in the process that will help you get there and help them get there, frankly, afterwards, a pace that you feel more comfortable with. So, number one, don't freak out. Listen for the result they're after, listen for the spirit of the thing. Number two, let's say these folks insist on getting far too many facts before taking action, and you're chomping at the bit. What do you do? Again, that's a matter of pace. People have a more moderate pace. Here's what I would say: go with the other person's process, or at least trust that their input will contribute to a greater result, the kind of result you may already have in mind. They can see things you may not be seeing. Breathe, pause, listen for the process. It will help you get to the result you're after. All right. Number three, some people just go with their gut. It's all in their heart, it's all in their head, it's all intuition. It's like doing math problems and not showing the work. Now what? What do you do? That can be absolutely infuriating. Well, what I want to say is listen for the heart, because if you're not somebody who leads with the heart, or if feelings aren't your primary guide with things, you may actually be able to pick up information you would not have otherwise. I would say bless these people, listen for everything they can contribute that you wouldn't necessarily think to, and then move from there. All right, what about this? Number four, people like to get it all worked out in their head before they even say a word or before they put a commitment on paper. This can make it hard to work together if you're somebody who wants to collaborate and put down ideas as you go, or forget about paper, just go. Now, what do you do? Well, here's what I would say: be patient. Don't try to push them, because if you try to push them, you're just going to cause them to go deeper inside and be a little more reluctant to share. So be patient. Know that what's going to come is going to be very good. And in the meantime, you can be writing things down as well. You may already have it in your head. You may not need to show your work. Put it on paper so that when the time comes for the two of you to get together, you've taken advantage of that window and you've put things on paper, and then you can also hear what they have to say. You won't have to worry about losing your ideas. You've got them on paper. All right, now, what about this? For some people, this is number five. This is people for whom the world seems like there's just a limited amount of possibility. It's like, baseball players, professional ball players who have this superstition that there's only so many good hits in a bat. And sometimes people are like that. They're very pessimistic. They would say realistic. You might say pessimistic. They may think there's just a limited amount of possibility or influence that somebody could exert, and they're not really willing to go play big. What do you do when they're the kind of people who say it's just the way it is, but you're always thinking about how to accomplish more? What do you do? First off, don't take any of this personally. It's not about you, it's just about the way they see the world. There may be some moments of realism in there, some points of realism that would actually be very helpful for you to take into account, because probably you're not thinking along those lines. So write down what they're saying, take it all in, don't bite anybody's head off, be patient, and absorb and understand this is not personal. It's not saying that they don't like your ideas. In fact, sometimes when people give pushback, that's how you know they actually have some buy in. Now, what about the other people for whom the possibilities are limitless and everything is possible? And you think, my gosh, where are you from? You're not that optimistic, but they're sort of overly optimistic. So remember, there's a difference between the impossible and I'm possible. What do you do? What do you do? I would say take their ideas as a declaration of faith and understand that that faith can actually help expand where you're coming from and help you think in new ways. The bottom line is this, friends: we all have people that we either don't like or we don't like working with, even if we love them. What do you do? This is all in the realm of emotional intelligence. I hope this was helpful for you. Please like and share, especially for people you know that may be having tough times with their colleagues, friends, families in these days. And I'll be back with more 5 Minute Leadership next week. In the meantime, RebeccaSimonPeter.com will get you access to all that we have to offer. All right. Thanks so much. Love you. Talk to you later. Put your notes in the chat and I'll respond.